And good morning from St. Patrick's International. It's currently 6:30 in the morning and I'm about to jump on a Eurostar direction bound Brussels. Never been to Brussels before, so quite excited to see a new city and take you there with me. Weather's not supposed to be very good this weekend, but I think we'll make the most of it anyway and try and enjoy the city and get some good photos as well. Let's go. So we just arrived in Brussels Central Station. Let's get into the city centre and start exploring. So the first place I wanted to visit is a little statue, just a urinating little man, and it's very famous in Brussels. It's called Manneken Pis. Been fascinated ever since I was a little kid, just thought it was really funny, and yeah, excited to finally see it in person. Ahead of me I can see a huge crowd building. I guess it's just as popular as they say, and even though I don't think this kind of shot really suits my portfolio, where I focus on cityscapes and grand skylines, I don't think this little statue would fit in really well because I'm not really into close-ups. But since I'm here, might as well take a shot anyway, when in Rome, right? So the next place I'm headed is the main square of Brussels. It's really beautiful. It's got a lot of old architecture and yeah, I'm really loving the feel of it. So I feel this is a lot more in tune with my style and hope to get a really great shot of Brussels, and yeah, I've got high expectations for this one. Let's go check it out. Just made it to the main town square behind me here, and let me talk you through my shot. So found a slightly more elevated position, which is great because it makes you stand a bit above the crowd and separates you a bit from them, makes them a bit more anonymous, and that comes across really great in a cityscape shot because I'm trying to focus more on the buildings and not so much on individual characters. So check this out. Okay, let me talk you through the shot. I'm using the widest lens I have, which is a 24mm lens at the moment, and because the square is quite wide, I'm going to have to do a panorama just to get all of it in. And then in the front, I'm using two filters, namely a 10-stop filter and also a polarizing filter. Reason being is if you look at the sky, with a polarizing filter you can make the blue a lot more vibrant and a lot more intense and a lot more punchy. And then the reason I wanted to use a 10-stop filter is so that I can get these white clouds to get a bit of movement and get a bit of motion blur in the clouds. And lastly, the 10-stop filter also comes in really handy because for the people down here you can get a bit of motion blur, make everything look a bit more anonymous, and also maybe epitomize a bit the energy and crowd and how people move through the city. So this is the shot I came up with. Check it out and let me know what you think in the comments below. So before I came to Brussels, I went on TripAdvisor to do some location scouting, and one of the places that really stood out for me was this gallery here behind me. Let's head inside and I'll show you just why. It's kind of like an old school shopping center, but the reason I like it is it's got some really great leading lines. Let me show you. So since it's such a long passageway, it's got some amazing leading lines. Look at this roof here, it looks incredible. Let's see if we can turn that into a good photo. So I took a lunch break and came back outside, and the blue skies have changed to quite the opposite at the moment. It's raining pretty hard, and yeah, however, I've walked quite far and I've made it to a place I've always wanted to go. Check this out. That's Atomium right there. I've always been fascinated by it since I was a little kid, so it's really cool to see it in real life. It's built for the World Expo actually. Similar to the Eiffel Tower back in the day, the city wanted to show off and built this atomic-like structure to wow visitors. So I think it's pretty cool, and I'm gonna try to take a photo of it, despite the bad weather, of course. So can't promise for much, and I don't think the photo's gonna turn out any good. But came all this way, may as well take it anyway. So this is the shot I had in mind. I brought the camera a lot lower to the floor, because I think the lower angle gives you a lot more interesting shots rather than the eye level. And then also, I'm using an ND filter again, which I've been using all day long. The reason why I chose to use it this time is because with this fountain over here, if you long expose it, the water comes out really silky smooth, so I'm hoping that will be a great effect. And then lastly, using a zoom lens, and really zoomed into the telephoto range, because you get a lot of compression that way, and I think it'll be great to have the subject very compressed with the leading lines of his lampposts and trees on either side in the photo. So I think telephoto suits this photo best. Lastly, given the weather is still very, very grey and not looking good at all, this won't be a colourful shot, and I think the best edit for the shot would be black and white. Check out what I came up with. So the Atomium was well worth a visit, and I'm really glad I came here. Weather didn't play along at all, and didn't get any great photos whatsoever, but made some good memories regardless, and sometimes that's important too. So yeah, still an interesting place, and on a good or a bad day, nice to have seen at least. So I'm gonna head back downtown and end this vlog right here. Gonna have some dinner and do some more normal things. Not everything's always about photography, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to like and comment, and if you aren't already, please subscribe. See you in the next episode. Good night. So that was a lie, the photography did not end there. I dropped my camera off at the hotel, and walking to find a restaurant, I realized that despite the overcast weather, the sunset looked stunning. The following was all taken on my iPhone. They do say, the best camera is the one you have with you.